Pluto is a planet in New Mexico. Did you know there is no federal law in our country or even in the world designating what is and isn't a planet? The International Astronomical Union issues suggestions for the sake of convention. They feel we all want to know what we are talking about and should speak with one voice. Not all countries agree with their positions and tend to ignore their suggestions. There is a state law in New Mexico, Illinois, and Arizona that declare Pluto a planet when in the skies above our states. So, if you wish to speak in legalese, Pluto is the only planet, and only when it's in the sky over these 3 states. All the states voted, 37 voted in favor, but only 3 states went forward and made it official. Arizona is the only state that has an official state planet, the planet Pluto. Originally, the planets were the objects in the sky that moved or wandered in relation to the star field. Some stars move in relation to others in what is called parallax, which is used to measure the distance to some nearby stars. All stars move in relation to all others, and we could notice this movement over millions of years, or now using instrumentation. Originally, 7 wanderers were chosen to be the planets: the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Notice that the Earth was not a planet. We were the center of the universe. As technology advanced, and the learning that comes along with it also advanced, we found out the Sun is not a planet, but a star at the center of our solar system, and nowhere near the center of the galaxy or the universe. A new definition of a planet was that anything round going around the Sun and not going around another planet could be a planet, and all smaller objects were minor planets. Smaller satellites around the planets were moons. William Herschel discovered an additional planet and called it Georgium Sidus, its true official name. For the sake of convention, the IAU decided to call it Uranus. Johannes Albert Bode, famous for Bode's law that predicts the distance between the Sun and planetary orbits, thought that the romanization of the name Uranus would be Uranus. Then, watching the orbit of Uranus, mathematically, there must be another planet. Neptune was predicted and found by math. Problems in math mistakenly predicted another planet. This caused many people to search for another planet, and eventually Pluto was found. Pluto fit the definition of a planet at the time and became the 9th planet. 2 other objects had been called planets. Ceres and Sedna were called planets when first discovered. They were downgraded very quickly. Most people feel Pluto was reclassified by size, but it was reclassified by rewriting the definition of planets, saying they need to clear their orbital area of all other objects. Unfortunately, they didn't account for the Lagrange points, where other objects are in the exact same orbit as planets. Jupiter has what are called Trojans, and there is more mass in the same orbit as Jupiter than all of the asteroid belt. If you want to press the issue, then Mercury is the only planet that truly fits the new definition. In summary, you will be taught the IAU has suggested there are 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. If you go by the definition of what a planet is, there is only Mercury, and it is actually questionable. If you go by the law, Pluto is the only legal planet. If you trust the people who first defined what a planet is, there are 7, and Earth isn't one of them. In conclusion, Pluto is a planet. Yes, Pluto is the only legal planet, and no, you can't see it with your unaided eye moving against the background of stars, so it is also not a true planet. It is a trans-Neptunian object, a minor planet, a dwarf planet, the first Plutonian object, any number of other things, and a planet. I hope you enjoyed this little rant about Pluto, and will come and visit us at the New Mexico Museum of Space History. Be sure to like and subscribe to all of our social media, and definitely come visit us at the museum and planetarium.